Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dandenong Basketball Stadium for the final weekend of the MUVJBL competition 2015. With me is Will Taylor from Smash FM, and I'm, of course, Andrews from Falcons TV. So we're going to be bringing you two games tonight. We're going to be bringing you the Under-14 Boys VC Final, Victorian Championship, between Melbourne and Keilor, yeah, sorry. And following that will be the Under-18 Girls, Bulleen versus Eltham competition.
And 18s, yes.
Yep, 18s, yeah.
Looking forward to it, Andrew. This is it. This is what, all kids' dreams of playing something like this, and especially in a big crowd here at Dandenong. Of course, don't forget there's also lots of games, of course, in VC and the Vic Champ as well in State Basketball Centre. Yeah,
so there are two venues going tonight. There's, as you said, here at Dandenong and over at the State Basketball Centre. So some really good games going on at the other side. So here we go. We'll just listen to the court announcers.
Yes, well, here it is. The Keilor Thunder faces the Melbourne Tigers in Under-14 Boys VC, of course, here at the Dandenong Basketball Stadium here, the home of the Dandenong Rangers. But tonight it will be the home of the Melbourne United VJBL, of course, the Victorian Championships. Going to be a good night, Andrew, because I'll be floating around like usual, doing some interviews as the night goes on, but looking forward to tonight. Melbourne and Keilor to start us off, and then the big rivals, Bulleen and Eltham.
Yeah, they should be really good games. The thing we spoke about over the course of last weekend was the skill level of the kids that we were watching, and it was really quite pronounced. Today's competitions, these are the top teams in the state at their age level. And that's really what they're going to be going away with the trophy to prove that yep, we have for this particular year we've been the top kids, the top team in our state, and we expect to see even a higher level of skill even than last week's games.
Right, of course, and don't forget, of course, you can watch that on right now on YouTube, on Smash FM, and of course on the Falcons TV on YouTube. And the links are on Facebook, on the Smash FM Facebook page, Andrew, I believe.
Yes, they certainly are. And what you can do if you are going to YouTube and you want to look back at these games early next week, it takes us a bit of time to get the games up. And it'll probably be Monday afternoon that they'll be there. So if you're watching already on YouTube, you know that they're there as well. Just simply go and search for MUVJBL and the names of the teams that you're interested in, and you should be able to find them quite comfortably.
Correct. And I tell you what, Andrew, we've got the best seats in the house right here. We're above everyone up here, so...
Yes, we're in the theatre circles there. That's called the Gods.
Yes, correct.
So we're up in the Gods.
Correct, and we're looking down at the picturesque court here at Dandenong, and Look, it'd be interesting. Of course, I'll bring up a little bit later on how these two teams have met throughout the season. And, of course, and then up next, of course, the Bulleen Boomers and Eltham, which Eltham surprisingly made it because I think everyone thought it was going to be a Bulleen Melbourne final. But I tell you what, Andrew, when Gary Fox's teams make the grand final, they rarely lose.
That's true, and Bulleen's actually done extremely well this year. I believe that they've had 5 teams in finals, in VC finals.
Correct.
So great effort from the clubs. It's an interesting time in junior basketball here in Victoria. The traditional clubs, the traditional strong clubs, Knox, Kilsyth, Bulleen, Melbourne, Nunawading, et al., Eltham, and so on, are starting to find that they're being challenged by a whole heap of up-and-coming clubs. Correct. As well. We were out last weekend out at Werribee, and we're absolutely blown away by the stadium that's being developed out there, the Eagle Stadium.
Correct.
12 courts. 12 courts. It's a huge growth area, a huge number of kids. Expect them to be fielding VC teams in the coming years. The same is happening out at Casey and big growth areas. The game started anyway. Ball's won by Melbourne.
It is. So Melbourne get us underway here in the first quarter. And of course it brings up through Samuel. Brazil at the top. Back on the right now. This is in the hands of Josh. Drives him back to 7, back up the top to Josh. Right side, of course, we are playing with a shot clock, so we're down to 7 on the shot clock here. Left side. So we're playing with a full 24-second shot clock. 1 on the shot, up and under, no good. And the rebound now for Keilor. Now keep in mind, of course, last week it was a continuous clock, and of course it was no shot clock. Tonight it is like you would normally expect from a basketball game. Shot clock and time will stop.
Great work there from the Keilor boys.
And Oscar banks home the first shot of the night. 2-0 to Keilor. So here comes Melbourne. 2-0 score. Here's Melbourne. Here's the 2 on the way. Misses that time there for Josh. Rebound now is by Liam. And here they come at the floor now for the Melbourne Tigers. Their chance of let's go Melbourne.
Good crowd here in the auditorium.
And there is the shot clock violation. That's Andrew. We're going to be seeing maybe a couple of those tonight. The shot clock violations in the early goings.
Yeah. So particularly if they play that kind of full-on defence as well, it's going to be interesting to see how the guys handle the shot clock. They've been playing with it though for the full year, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue for them.
So Keilor, foul, and here we go for 2 shots there, and isn't that Oscar again? It is.
Yeah, Oscar.
And Oscar's been a live wire in the early stages. He's had two field goals, and 1 field goal and first free throw. So 3-0 score. I must say it is a mighty good crowd out here, considering, of course, the weather has not been great, but so that's a 4-0 lead to Keilor. So 4-0 Keilor in front over Melbourne. I'll tell you how these two teams met throughout the year. They only met once, Andrew, once throughout the whole year. They met.
Yeah, and the reason for that is where most of the other grades that we looked at last weekend would have had two meetings. In VC, the grade starts with 20 teams. Okay. And halfway through the season, it's then split into VC, which is what we're looking at today, which is the top teams, 10 teams on the ladder at that point in time, and VC reserve. So it's quite conceivable that they only met in that second half of the season. And there's another 2 to Keilor.
So that's 6-0, Andrew. It's starting to look dangerous for Melbourne because Melbourne look absolutely out of touch at the moment. They can't seem to get going on offense, and Keilor absolutely blitz them in the defense.
Yeah, Warwick will not be particularly happy at this point in time with the start.
That's the Melbourne's coach, of course. Steve Toy is the Keilor coach. He's the coach at in the Big V level 2. Misses that one there by Sam. Rebound on the offensive boards. Of course, the reset shot clock. Of course, in senior level, it normally gets set to back to 14, but of course in VJBL, Melbourne United VJBL is 24 second as Melbourne's missed another one there by Samuel. So all been jump shots so far by Melbourne. Oh, great. Oh, I was going to say almost a good bounce pass. Out of bounds, 6-0 score.
Yeah, just pushed it too hard then for his teammate. It was the right idea. He saw the cut coming through.
Melbourne, so Keilor finished second in the home and away season with 15-3 record. Melbourne have not dropped again. They are 18-0 throughout the regular season.
Again, Melbourne can't sink the ball.
And
They've missed that again, and this time it'll be out. No,
it's
kept in by the boys. A turnover, and now the foul. This time on Keilor. So Melbourne with the first chance to go to score, courtesy of a foul.
Now Melbourne's road to the grand final. They beat Dandenong and Sandringham by 26 points, and then they beat Bulleen by 15 last week to make it here.
So Len gets his first.
Keilor, on the other hand, to make how they made it to the grand final, they beat Bulleen by 8 points at Eltham, and then they beat Casey at Knox by 17 points last week. A substitution here for Keilor. Now, Andrew, as I mentioned, they have met each other once. That was in round 7 of the second half of the season. That was back on the 7th of August at MSAC, and Melbourne won by 21 points, 62-41.
And this time the foul could have been given the foul 3 times there, but finally there was a call.
6-2 in favour of Keilor over Melbourne. Well, we've seen some crazy things happen to the top teams. As missed that one there by Keilor. It's their first miss. So they've hit 2 field goals, 2 free throws, 1 turnover and a miss. So here comes Melbourne to try to wheel themselves back into it here with 3.5 to go. Blocked out of there that time there by Dale. That's a great block. And he judged that one very well. As Melbourne starting to make their first change of the night. Here comes Lucas. Out of bounds. It goes to Melbourne. And I think the timeout's going to be called by, who's the coach of Melbourne?
Warwick
Giggy. I'll eventually get it right eventually by the end of the night. 6-2 score. 2 great coaches in their own right.
And Warwick's you've got to get his name right, because Warwick's got friends from overseas actually watching the stream at this very minute. So Warwick, of course, ex-Melbourne Tigers NBL player, and has been a real mainstay of the club at a junior level since he finished his NBL career. Coached a bit, talking about Werribee, he coached for the Devils, I believe, for a while as well. In their Big V champ team. But I think that was his last playing season.
Yep.
But a very experienced coach, and runs the development program, the junior program, I believe, for the Tigers, or at least a large chunk of it, if not all of it.
So his team, as we just saw, down 6-2. They had the ball with 3.5 to go. Here we go, back underway. Wonder what the talk was about in that huddle, because let's see what comes to fruition in the first play.
I think it would have. That's more like it.
Drive to the basket.
So Samuel not able to get the ball through there.
On the other hand,
2 points down the other end.
That was by Lucas, so he pretty much straight through the defense there, and the defense just froze still there. 8-2 Keilor. Watson holding all the Motor Group scoreboard. Here they come again now. There's another steal by Keilor. They're pickpocketing Melbourne here. Here's a three. No. And here they come, Melbourne.
That's a degree of confidence. He was well outside the three-point line there.
And he always got it too.
Yeah.
In and out. Melbourne, don't want to get too far behind. They're already down by 6. And that's not a great pass. Out of bounds. 8-2 score.
Of course, even though we are playing Victorian Championship at this level, there is still no zone defense allowed.
Okay. Not in VC,
No.
in 14s. So it's only in 16s.
16s and upwards. As Keilor scores again.
This is worrying signs, Andrew, because the top team,
8-point lead, yeah.
the best team in the competition, they are 20-0, including finals. They've only managed 2 points. Make that 4. 10-4 with 2 to go. So it is Keilor, double team. Bounce passes now to Oscar, who had the early start. And there's substitutions here. Andrew, this is the most impressive start by Keilor tonight. They had to get off to a good start, and they've done just that.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is really just put all the pressure on the Tigers. They haven't been able to get into a rhythm, and Keilor, on the other hand, has nearly knocked everything that they've tried down as they missed that one. That was a good move. I really thought he was going to nail that one.
So
and there's another steal.
Oh, that's close. Yeah, it could have been a foul too off the steal. But anyway, play on the call. Here's the 2. Missed off the finger roll. Go through the putback, no good. Keilor more aggressive on the boys here at the moment.
Samuel, he got 2 offensive rebounds there. One attempted putback, didn't go.
No boxing out there, that's for sure.
It's with Dale. Kicks it across to Lucas. Now it's back into the big.
Oh, look at
again.
that.
And that's Oscar. That's Oscar again. Now he's been really quite dynamic.
12-4, Andrew. You can see the difference of these two teams. Keilor was coming out knowing that they had to get off to a good start, and they've just done just that. Oh, look at that. That almost missed that one. No one blocking off there by Dale.
That's 2 offensive rebounds, 1 there by Keilor. So if we add that to the previous passage of play there, that's probably 5 in a row that they've picked up.
And a timeout's been called.
And that's the thing that Warwick would be concerned about.
And Keilor decides to take the timeout this time. 12-4 score. Now, Andrew, the closest game they've had all year, in the second half of the year, was against Dandenong in round 1 of the second half of the year by 3 points at home. And then they beat Bulleen by 5 about a month ago, 68-63. But other than that, Melbourne has been smashing teams by over 20 points.
Yeah. Well, they're not looking like a team that's can smash teams at this point in time.
I guess, and the thing is, Andrew, the pressure's on Melbourne because they are 20-0. They are expect to win.
Yep.
And they just haven't quite got going. And on the other hand, for Keilor, I'm just going to go their fixtures for the year as they come out onto the field. Look, they've been smashing teams, but they've had a close final series. Here's the 3 on the way. Got it! Andrew, worrying signs right now. It is Keilor by half a dozen.
And Keilor's shooting around 50% at the moment. Melbourne down at probably about 10.
15-4. Left side.
Finally a good shot. Missed that one though.
So they're shooting at 8% at the moment.
Good ball movement.
And the offensive.
Here comes Samuel. He's driving all the way himself. And he gets it to go. Well done.
17-4, Andrew. This is danger signs written all over this.
Now, what he did there is something that a lot of kids at this age can't do, and that is soften the hand just on the release. Let the ball just drift up and come down.
17-4 in favour of Keilor.
There's another turnover.
Oh, not quite. 19.7.
Kicked out of court, unfortunately, for Keilor, but...
Well, they've got time because the shot clock's at 13. Here we go. Ball back into play. 17-4 score. 10 on the shot clock. Drives in, left side. Oh, not sure where that pass was going, but it ended up no good that time there by Lachlan. Tries again and banks it home.
Finally, the Melbourne Bigs get their hands on it. That was Lockie. And he gets 2 points.
3
for his
seconds.
efforts.
And it's squad away.
Half
court prayer. No.
Oh, no.
So, quarter time, and it's all Keilor as the Keilor Thunder thunderstruck the Melbourne Tigers in the first quarter. Leads this one 17-6.
We'll be back in a couple of seconds with the next quarter.
Yes, welcome everyone back here to Dandenong Basketball Stadium here. This is the Melbourne United VJBL final night here in the grand finals. And it's under 14 boys. And Andrew, Keilor, a blistering first quarter. They lead this one by 11, 17-6.
Yeah, it's certainly been a real standout quarter there from the Thunder players. It'll be interesting to see what Warwick can do with his kids, whether he can actually get them to settle down, because they're playing rattled. Now they're extending their press out, half-court press.
Down
Still
by 11.
Full man.
So shot clock 17. This is what we didn't see.
And now there's a turnover.
And that's exactly what we did not see in the first quarter from Melbourne.
Keilor in a 1-2-2.
Well, this worked successfully in the first quarter. They're struggling to get out here. Shot clock down to 17.
They didn't quite get the double team on him though. That's what you're trying to do in that press is to win it. But there it is. There's the turnover again. And this time we've got Lucas, who's gone to the line and he's been fouled.
And he'll go line, shooting 2. 17-6 in favour of Keilor here at Dandenong with 7.5 to go. As the first game is, first presentation is just done and dusted. So first grand final is done and dusted, the under 12 boys.
We have some very enthusiastic Keilor fans sitting down in front of us.
And they missed the first, 17-6. And be happy with how their team's going. It's Keilor by half a dozen. It's 18-6.
Now, one of the things that's great about the audience, the crowd in tonight, is that they are not just simply Keilor and Melbourne people. There's quite a number of players and parents from other clubs wearing their own club's paraphernalia.
Correct.
So it's great to see that there is the support from all over the place. As the Melbourne player gets through there, that was good work from him. That was Lachlan.
18-8. Here comes Keilor now. This is through Lucas. Left side now to Oscar, who's been everywhere for Keilor. Has to go right now. Here's a long 3. They've been successful in this range. In and out that time, though. And here they come by the Melbourne Tigers. Long pass. Oh, great pass. This should be in. Oh, got it in that time there by Paul. And Melbourne is starting to get their way back in this game, Andrew.
Yeah, look, I think if they can get that turnover and get him down under the basket very quickly, he's got the height there that they're not going to be able to stop. And really, he's got to work harder on the defensive boards there as well.
Pass was terrible by Keilor, and here they come up the other end now. It's all of a sudden it's turned around in the second quarter.
Yeah.
18-10 scored. They can close within 6 with this shot. No good. Almost, well, could have been a foul anyway, but here's Paul anyway to back home another 2. 18-12.
Yeah, nice work there from Lachlan, getting the loose ball and then feeding it back into the big.
Look, that could have been played two ways there because it could have been a foul. But, yeah, the ball got knocked away. Fakes that one. And on a
Poor
turnover.
pass.
So they've made a couple of those tonight.
Yeah.
Especially in this quarter. And all of a sudden, that 12-point lead early on is now back
6
to 4.
points.
Back to 4 now.
4, sorry.
18-14. 5-8. So just like that, Andrew, in 2 minutes, the lead went from 12 to 4.
Yeah.
Now, Keilor, now they're rattled. Now they've got to figure out how to get themselves back into it. And there's the trouble. Another turnover.
And this time it's a timeout to Keilor. No subs. Yeah, no, he has called a timeout.
Yeah, he's called it now. He's just called it now. He needs it.
Well, after seeing a 12-point lead evaporate, he definitely needs to have a bit of a chat. That pressing defense is not working for them.
No.
It's a great defense, but you have to channel the player with the ball. You've got to get a double team on them at half court.
Yep.
If the ball gets past that first line of players, they have to bust their backsides and get back because you're very susceptible to what we saw happening there from the Tigers, the attacking baseline, and it becomes a 2-on-1 or 1-on-1 scenario. So he's got to adjust that defense there. Tigers have obviously come up against it. In fact, that was the interesting thing. I was talking about it with last weekend, that since the no-zone rules have come in, just about every team is learning to play either a 2-2-1 zone press or a 1-2-2 press as well. And teams are getting very good at it, and they're also getting good at beating them.
Correct. Well, 18-14, 5 to go. So we're barely halfway through the quarter.
Oh, that's too open.
Well, they started going board.
Oh, good defense though in the end.
So, well, Keilor off the hook that time, but they got it now to convert on the offensive end. They've only managed 1 point.
Yeah, they want to skipper and just keeps getting it through hands.
Left side now. This is in the hands there of Joshua. Here's the chance here at the top. Shot clock at 9. Down to 8. He's got to go. Drive all the way in. Misses. And then the offensive rebound. Put back. Got it. Well, that's their first points since the 1 minute mark of this term. And it's 20-14. So here comes the Melbourne Tigers, who's been on a run at the moment. Offensive foul against Lockie. That's his first. And team foul number 1. 20-14. And Warwick wasn't happy with that one. Oh, sorry, second team foul.
Second team foul.
And Warwick definitely wasn't happy with that call. 20-14 score. Ooh, pass terrible. What happened there?
Straight through his hands is what he's saying.
Yep. And also, probably not a great pass considering he was right next to him, close to the sideline. 20-14 now on the Watson Hole Northern Motor Group score. Oh, Melbourne's just almost done exactly the same thing themselves there. Here's a chance, drives away, backs them down, base it home that time by Paul. I must say, that
Back to a 4-point game.
That is the tallest 14.
And the foul. Oh, yeah, that's a foul.
And that is the tallest 14-year-old player I've ever seen. Number 23 for Melbourne, Andrew.
Yeah, he's got some height.
He's probably taller than me, you know. And I'm about 11 years older than him.
Yeah, well, I'm biting my tongue here. Very. Yes.
Yes. No, don't worry.
Oh, nice thought. Just the execution is not quite there with Thunder at the moment.
No, they had to do what they did in the first quarter, whatever they did, because it hasn't worked in this second quarter. 3.5 to go. Now the foul's on their side. It's 3-0 in favour of Melbourne.
No, that's better. Keep him out, away from middle. No.
Here's a drive away in, misses. Rebound, no good. Here comes Keilor. 3:15 to go. Keilor's wasted their 2 timeouts. Melbourne with just the 1 left. Here's the 2 on the way. No good. Off the back of the rim. Here they come up for Melbourne. Here comes the Tigers. Lost the handles. Melbourne plays sprint. That should have been a foul, but it wasn't. 2:50 to go. What a huge quarter by Melbourne in this second quarter to get themselves back into it. Goes in, tall player, foul, and count it! Count the basket and the foul, Andrew. We're back to a 1-point game. Let's have a look at this. That was just perfect play, wasn't it, Andrew?
That certainly was good work.
So we're back to a 2-point game or so with a chance for a 1-pointer.
Yeah, the in-stadium scoreboard hasn't updated. Here it goes.
Jeez, you did that well. You judged that pretty well. They must have listened to you there, Andrew. Listening to the coverage. Watching it. And
1-point game now.
It is. Paul bags it home. Margin is 1. 20-19. Keilor, get it back to 2. No good. Offensive rebound. Back up for 3. They need this. No. So, Melbourne with a chance to take the lead here.
He's really starting to dominate now as Paul, isn't he?
He is. Definitely is, Andrew. Here comes Josh. Back out to Paul. Long jumper. Got it. Melbourne back in front. 21-20. Watson Holden, Northern Motor Group scoreboard. Keilor have only made 4 points. Oh, sorry, 3 points. A block there by Paul. Tries again. Bounce pass is no good. Out of bounds. No ball.
And what we're seeing here is exactly the opposite of the first quarter, where Melbourne looked completely out of sorts. Now it's Keilor that are rushing with shots. They're not playing with any kind of composure whatsoever. Okay, so here you trap and you trap again.
Well,
and you contain the player over at the side there. Don't allow that move through the middle. And there it is.
Takes it home. So 23-20 now in favour of Melbourne. They're on a tear here now. What did they manage in the first quarter? 7, I think it was. 7 they managed in the first quarter, Melbourne. They've gone 16 in this one. And now Keilor's been trying to make 3s. Oscar, no good. Rebound by Paul.
Yep.
Here they come down the other end. It's been all Melbourne in this quarter. Here's a drive left side. Tell you what, the defense is lacking here from the Keilor. Another 2. Back to 5. Now, Andrew, what was the lead in the first? What was Keilor's biggest lead? I'm sure
12
it was 12,
points.
wasn't it?
12 points.
In 6 minutes, it's gone. It's a 17-point turnaround. It's 25-20 all of a sudden.
In the last minutes.
So into the Pawtucket minute now. 25-20. 48 seconds. It's a 2 foul. Oh, no, travel. Keilor rattled out, aren't they? They've managed 3 points in this quarter. That's right, everyone. They've managed 3 points. Warwick has caught the timeouts. Down, well, he's 10 now, up by 5. And Andrew, that so far in this quarter is an 18-3 second quarter. And Keilor, whatever happened in the first quarter, gone, literally.
Yeah, it certainly is. Certainly is.
Now
not only are we up in the gods here, but as the kids go and play up and down the stands, it's like being on
an earthquake on a Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Well, I was going to say like
on a boat
on the top deck of a cruiser in the middle of a swell. Not quite a storm, but a big swell.
Okay. Yeah, we are. Well, we're just holding for dear life, aren't we, really?
Yeah. All right, 46 seconds to go, so that's 3 possessions.
Correct. Of course, the first presentations is done and dusted. That's the boys, Knox and Blackburn. I'm trying to figure out who won by the medals. Who actually got the medals? Anyway. I think Blackburn might have just won that. So well done against Knox. They did do it. Anyway, and there's
an offensive foul. Yeah, look, that was fair enough too. What he did is, and we can see it here on our replay, Paul hooks his arm around the player. Instead of trying to beat him with his footwork, just simply try to hook.
Margin 5 points. Here's a chance here as a drive. I'm not sure where you would ride around the baseline though, but anyway, here's a chance here for 2 on the way. No good. That's probably why. Another turnover. Keilor on the Smash FM broadcast in the 14s have been kept to the lowest score ever this season on Smash FM's broadcast. 3 points. They actually beat, funny enough, Sherbrooke in the Youth League girls a couple late in the season. Out it goes. Now, the lowest score on Smash FM broadcast this season, Andrew, is 7 in a quarter.
Well, we're going to make that because I was going to say there was only 9 seconds to go, but
make that 0.9.
It was 0.9. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. At the halftime break, Keilor is down to Melbourne by 5 points. Huge turnaround there in that quarter. We'll be back in about a minute and a half's time.
Yes, welcome everyone back here to Smash FM and Falcons TV live broadcast, streaming coverage here of the Melbourne United VJBL. Melbourne, a big turnaround in that quarter, Andrew, and it's 25-20 as we're about to hit the crucial quarter, the championship quarter.
And a big shout out to June and John Stevens who are watching online and who tell us that the stream is coming over very well again tonight. They're long-time viewers of Falcons TV, and of course John, a long-time coach here with various clubs, Waverley, Ringwood, Hawthorn and Nunawading.
Well, Keilor just scored the first foul in the first 3 seconds. And Paul again with the offensive boards after the moves, cat the baskets, and the foul. Andrew, can anyone stop this guy? 27-20 now. Keilor's picked up their second team foul in the first 17 seconds. That's not a great start, Andrew. And he's made the free throw. For a tall guy, he made the free throw, which we rarely see. 8-point game in favour of Melbourne, and they're starting to take control. Paul with another offensive rebound. Off they come down the other end now by the Melbourne Tigers. So that was defensive rebound, I meant to say. Here comes the Tigers through Josh. Up the top now. Left side. Melbourne can make a 10-point lead here. Here's a 2 on the way. No good. Rebound
good
now.
Good rebound there to
by Lucas, and there's the foul against Melbourne. So that has taken So we've had 3 fouls in 50 seconds. That's right, everyone.
Yeah.
3 fouls in 50 seconds.
So Melbourne in a 1-2-2.
Oh, great fake. Misses that one. Tries again. Bakes,
Good work.
It home.
Good work. That was Samuel. And again, that's what I was telling you, that was talking about before, that if they get the ball over the top of those, the first 2 lines in the zone press, it leaves it very open.
But when it brings it to that guy, Paul, yeah, forget it. 30-22. You almost have to stop the guys passing it to him. And then you got to worry about him in the defensive end.
Yeah, so Lucas with the ball. He's looking for options. He gets it across to Oscar. Oscar in and out, but good rebound there from Ethan.
Now that
and the fire from behind, so he'll get his shots at the basket.
Big crowd here tonight. It's just going to get bigger from here, we hope.
Well, I think the VJBL is going to be very, very pleased with the crowd numbers across the last 2 weekends. It was certainly very big numbers at Waverley for both the games that we were at on the Friday night and the
VJL
Sunday.
And the regionals. And Werribee for the regional finals.
Yep. And I think over 2,600 for the at Werribee across the Saturday night. So I think that was pretty good.
And of course, don't forget our streaming too. They'd be pretty happy. You'd be pretty happy with that too.
Yeah, the stream numbers were extremely good, and certainly the video on demand on YouTube has picked up over 1,000 views already, just from the games in the last couple of last weekend. So.
And just give you, here's the turnover. I'll get back to what I was going to say.
Nice work there, but
it's got to drive in.
Don't know why he didn't go up
well, that's
himself.
why.
But there you go. Lucas says I'll do it for you, mate. Well done.
30-26 in favour of Melbourne in front of Keilor. I tell you what, we've had lead changes all night so far. This is it, the championship quarter. If Mel can hang on to this lead, they'll be set for last. Now, don't forget, Andrew, that I think an interesting fact. I think the VJBL, of course, the Saturday night at Werribee, and then of course there was the CBL Grand Final here on Saturday as well. Our coverage did. Based on that tie there, I'll just stop myself there by Justin who bakes it home. I think we almost 4 or 5 times better than what the CBL Grand Final had.
Yeah, although the video content for CBL has obviously got huge numbers,
yep.
but the actual live content, we had a significantly larger number of viewers live online. And there's another. See now, Melbourne is starting to get inside on those on the offensive rebounds, which wasn't happening in the first quarter at all.
Keilor missed that one, and then they messed it up with a foul. 6-point game. Their last time these two met, it was Melbourne by 21. I doubt that's got to happen.
No, but look. The Keilor boys have stopped the momentum,
and that was about a month and a half ago. That happened.
What was that?
The 21-point win in Melbourne.
Oh yeah.
32-26, turnover Melbourne. Keilor with the possession on the baseline. Don't forget, tomorrow on Smash FM we'll be out at Etihad Stadium for the Big V Night of Nights. Broadcast at 7 o'clock. Out of bounds by Keilor. Tell you what, both teams are making uncharacteristic mistakes in the last 3 possessions. So here comes Melbourne to try to stand it out to 9 or 8, depending on how they go. Here's the 2 on the way, foul, and here will go line shooting a pair. That's the 14th foul on Keilor. Melbourne have 2 to give. Keilor has just wasted their last one. The next foul they get is a penalty. At the line will be Josh. Who would have guessed though, Andrew, in the first quarter at the end of 1, Keilor up 17 to 6, that Melbourne comes back and have a 7-point lead 4 minutes to go in the third.
No, look, it looked like Keilor had Melbourne's measure at the end of the first.
All of a sudden, that one has turned around and foul's been called. That's a 13 foul. So that means, by my calculations, Melbourne have 1 foul to give before they hit the penalty.
No, Keilor does.
No, Melbourne. 34 to 26.
Grew offensive rebound there and put back. This time it was Luca.
6-point game, Andrew. Watson holding all the motor group.
They're hanging in there. Admittedly, Paul is off the court for Melbourne at the moment. And
that's probably why.
And certainly he was a big part of that turnaround there.
I tell you what, they need him probably on the court with these shots. Here's the chance here though for Melbourne. Another block. So all of a sudden, Keilor have their gold opportunity to get with a foul. That's the 14th foul for Melbourne. So both teams about to hit the bonus in the next foul.
Yeah, that was Samuel. I think that's his second or third. That's his second.
Once we get a good spot where the pallet pop thing is. What do you call it? The stick, isn't it? Anyway, 34 to 28. 3:16 to go as the under 14 girls do their presentations inside above us. So I'll be popping down there very shortly. Here's the 2 on the way, no good. So Keilor wasted some opportunities to close that margin to 4. They've had a couple of those chances, and that's almost a travel. But they managed to get it back inboard here, Melbourne. Melbourne, they're down to 14 seconds. Sam back up the top now to Lachlan and banks it home. Margin 8, 36-28. 2.5 to go. And
all of a sudden the tempo is lifted.
Another turnover for Melbourne. So for Keilor, squatted out there by Lucas. And it will go back to the Melbourne Tigers. Ball back into play, 2 on the way, misses that tackle because Paul just came on the court, and guess what he does? Banks it on the second offensive rebound. Melbourne by 10, 38-28. 2:20 to go in the third. Here comes the Melbourne Tigers. Sorry, Keilor that is. Melbourne in front though. Keilor, they just got to get a bit of a wig on here. Here's the 3 on the way. Got it! That's the way to do it. Margin back to 8. Or 7. That's scoreboard is a bit wrong on the here at Dandenong. So the scoreboard is 20. Anyway, we'll just leave it for now. I'll go by our scoreboard. 38-31. It's the score here. Back up the top. So a 7-point game. So we got the scoreboard right the whole time. Here's 38-31 score.
Yes, it's always a bit of an issue when you think you got it right and the scoreboard changes. Yeah.
38-31.
And then you got to change yours and
then you got to change it back. Minute and a half to go. So it looks like the presentation's just done for the 14 girls, which I'll be popping down there at 3/4 time this one. So margin 1:26 to go. Bounce. Ooh, out it goes.
Out of court.
So 2 presentations, 2 grand finals down. And they've got heaps to go. Now, just to let you know to our viewers out there, the Under-18 Girls Grand Final, which is the last game of tonight, which will be here on Smash FM Falcons TV. The presentation will be on the court. So here's the bounce pass in traffic. 1 minute to go. Here's the two on the way. Got it. Margin 9. 40-31.
And that was Samuel that got the two.
Keilor
nice drive in there.
Have a chance to
oh,
respond.
big block. Big block. We might just look at that on the replay there.
Did it touch the Keilor player?
Oh,
no,
perfect.
it didn't. No, it
look
didn't.
at that.
40-31, 55.5. Plenty of time. Ball back into play.
That was with his left hand too, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
Another stop that time. Now, if I was Keilor right now, I'd be very cautious about this lead. It's currently at 10. It's 41-31. Left side, back up the top, goes inside.
Nice.
Oh, great play. That is a great play, and Justin bakes it home. The margin is half a dozen, as the replay shows. 43-31. Of course, Smash FM listeners will have no idea what I'm saying replay. Falcons TV, of course. If you watch it, you'll know what I mean.
Well, they could just jump onto your website, smashfm.com.au, and they'd just scroll down the page and they'd see the game live.
Correct, absolutely.
Or
one on the buzzer, half court put, no good. 3/4 time. And it is all the Melbourne Tigers with 1 quarter to go. It's Melbourne 43, leading Keilor 31. Andrew, I'm going to leave you to it, and I'll be back somewhere in the girls' game.
and we'll take a 30-second break. So the refs call the players in for this final quarter. The news, of course, is that Melbourne is up over Keilor by 12 points. 43-31. What can the Keilor coach and his team do? It looks at this stage that, particularly with young Paul on the court, that Warwick Giddy and his Chargers have pretty much got this game tied up. Melbourne's possession. Back to Samuel. Now with Justin. Kicks back to Samuel again. Back again to Justin. Justin looks for the shot. Doesn't go. Rebounded there by Keilor. Behind the back pass. Wraparound, sorry, stolen. 2 offensive rebounds to Melbourne. Sees Keilor back in control through Lucas. Lucas guarded by Samuel. Now he gets it down to his teammate in Dale. Dale almost loses control. Back out to Lucas. Lucas to 3 points is good. And the steal, and they've got it back again. It's again with Lucas. Dale comes off the screen. Pick and roll, not quite successful. Back out to Dale, back to Lucas. Now with Oscar. Oscar drives, and he's fouled. Looks this time to be on the big man Paul. And it was. Melbourne's first foul for the quarter. Oscar needs to sink these shots. Makes the first. And the second. So Keilor's managing to get back a little bit, but now there's Paul left open under the basket. Samuel was good enough to get back quickly as Paul fumbled the ball. But still Melbourne in control. They have 12 seconds on the shot clock. Under 10 now. It's into Paul. He gets it up, doesn't go though. Rebounded there by Keilor. Oscar drives through, gets it to his running teammate in Ethan. Ethan can't quite nail it, but again rebounded by Keilor. Now the ball's fallen to Melbourne, and we've got Joshua driving down, finds Justin. Justin floats it up over the top, can't go, he gets his own rebound, gets it to Paul, and there it is, another two. Keilor very quickly down the court, but Paul reads that very well. And now we have a foul called against Samuel. So it's a Melbourne ball. And this time it's a timeout to Melbourne. With that, we'll have a 30-second break. So back into the game. Melbourne in possession after that foul. Moving it through hands. And the foul. Nice move there from the Melbourne boys. As the ball handler cut to the basket, big fella Paul rolled, but also created space and angle. Running a stack on the inbound. Paul will run through the centre. Can't get there. Ball goes out. He sets the screen. Ball's gone into him under the basket. He goes up and is fouled in the process. He's obviously the target in this Tigers team. When he's on the floor, nearly everything goes through him. So Keilor out to 3 fouls already. It's 5 minutes and 19 seconds to go on the game clock. As Paul nails another one. Good foul shooting from him. Misses the second. Good rebound there from the Keilor player. That was Dale. Lucas brings the ball out top, slows things down. They can't afford to wait too long. They've only got 15 seconds. At time they couldn't get the ball through the traffic. Nearly a push off there from the Melbourne player. Keilor possession, very quickly down the floor, and this time no foul. Well, refs are in a good position to see that. From here it looked like some contact, but from our angle you won't see it. And again a steal from Paul. Good work under the basket from both teams, but we find Keilor getting it out. Knocked, however, to Melbourne. It's back in Joshua's hands. He's got Liam on the outside. He ignores that. He goes himself, finds Paul under the basket. And why not, as the another two scores. Keilor are just unable to match his size. Nearly a push there. Now it's a jump ball and gone the way of Keilor. So the important thing for the Keilor players at this point is not to get frustrated with what's going on. Again, we'll take a 30-second break. So Keilor coming out 12 points down at this point in time. They have just under 4 minutes to go in this final quarter. What can they do? At this point they just don't seem to have an answer for Melbourne's bigs, in particular Paul, number 23. So good work there under the basket there for Keilor. We'll just watch that as they score the two. Down the other end, Paul's got the ball in his hands. Back to a 10-point ball game, and good teamwork there from the Melbourne players. Sees Lockie score his first baskets, I think, in the game. Those of you who are watching on in these dying minutes of the game, as Paul picks up another defensive rebound. And the steal from Keilor. Good work there from Keilor. Nearly another steal while we were watching that replay. All of a sudden, Keilor in a full court man, just trying to restrict the Melbourne players. And this pressure that they've put on in the last 3 plays has actually paid dividends to them. They still have enough time. It's 2.5 minutes to go. Paul with the block. That's about his 4th for the game. Another steal. And this time, the foul over the back. And the ref's got that one right too. Just coming in a little late on that was Dale. And again, some good steal. Good steal. It's come off Oscar's hands, according to the ref. But perhaps a little bit too late as Oscar reaches in, picks up another foul. So that'll be the 5th. That'll be the 5th, and the score bench has signalled the 5th, but they haven't updated their scoreboard. First shot from Lachlan is short. Second rolls in though. So those of you watching on the stadium, in the stadium, know that it's actually 5 fouls on Keilor. And another 3. So ball through hands. It's with Lachlan. He drives. Can't get down through centre. He reverses direction. Kicks it back out again. Finds Joshua. Joshua comes off the screen. Goes all the way through. Still can't go. Paul in there. Loses the ball to Keilor. That's Samuel. Ball's down to Lucas. Lucas looking for 3 again. Doesn't make it this time, but he gets the ball back. Courtesy of Dale. Now he comes off the screen. It's out to Oscar. Oscar will kick it to his teammate in Lucas. They're down to 10 seconds. 2-point doesn't go. But Dale gets his own rebound. And now there's another 3. All of a sudden, they're back in with a vengeance. 5-point game. 40 seconds to go. They have to get up on them. And the shot and the foul. Good drive there from Samuel. He knew that foul was coming too. 30 seconds to go, so 2 possessions in this game. This will nail it. He misses that one. Keilor has got to run it quickly. They missed that shot. Here's the man that's hit 3s. He misses that one. And now all that Melbourne has to do is to hold it up for 15 seconds. Keilor doesn't even need to foul here. It's the game is all over. It's back to Paul and travel. 4 seconds. 4.6 to be exact. Warwick Giddy just asking his kids to keep their hands up. No fouls. Keep it straight. And the shot, final shot there from Oscar is short. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. 46 to Keilor, 53 the Melbourne Tigers. They run out as the Victorian champions in the under 14 leagues this year in 2015. We'll be back with the under 18s very, very shortly.